I used to leave Babylon on Thanksgiving.
Hey, we live, Rocky. Bible Kushah, because, you know, Bible Kushah, go ahead.
Second Esdras or 1 Corinthians?
We the 1 Corinthians. We do edification.
Which one was it? 1 Corinthians 8 and what?
Start from the top, where it says about knowledge puffed up.
Come on. This is 1 Corinthians, the 8th chapter, starting at the top. It reads, "Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth it up, but charity edifieth."
That's right. So, you know, it says concerning things touch sacrifice unto idols, right? Because Thanksgiving is technically a feast day sacrifice unto idols. See what I'm saying? And Thanksgiving also has Greek origins too. Cornucopia, if I'm not mistaken, which represented when I believe Zeus pulled off somebody's horn, and the horn kept flowing over an abundance of food. You know, that's also a Thanksgiving origin too, man. You see what I'm saying? Because they be doing the food basket with the horn with the food. That's like Thanksgiving imagery. So Esau, he threw that in there over time. But nonetheless, the point being what? Right? We're going to get into it because you might have somebody say, "Oh, I can't eat today." Like, let's somebody new in the truth, they might say, "I can't eat today because they're celebrating Thanksgiving." Right? And that's not so. If you want to eat, you can eat, but don't be eating in that Thanksgiving spirit like your worldly family members are in.
Right.
You know, but if you're just eating it because you hungry, you want to play the food and it's lawful, eat the shit if you want to. If you don't want to eat, you're not going off either, man. You know, and we're gonna get into that.
Didn't you bring out the scripture? Not to use the world,
Yeah,
abuse it?
use the world, don't abuse the world. You got it.
Slock it. But if you're at that table, say Happy Thanksgiving like that,
Right, you
don't
off.
fuck off.
You off.
You put your cup up every Thanksgiving.
Chilling with everybody at the
Chilling
round
with
table or the
everybody.
over table, however the table set up, man. You living it up like, yeah, man, Thanksgiving, we live.
Yup.
Black Friday, oh, we out. Like, you know,
are.
you're not supposed to be in that spirit, man. You
What
know,
are you thankful for?
Hey, the best way to carry yourself, man, on Thanksgiving, man, you go to the family, say, "What's up, everybody, man?" Get your food, and then, you know, you vibing. That's it.
Yep.
You don't got to be in the spirit of just, "Oh, yeah, man, we living up." You could chill, you know, parlay with the fam, whatever the case may be, but you got to keep in the back of your mind that, you know, this is not the day to be in your mirth, man, right?
We're gonna get it. So go ahead and read that.
Hey, this is 1 Corinthians 8, verse 2. "And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. But if any man love the Most High, the same is known of him.
That's right.
As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other power but one. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, are there be gods many and lords many? But to us there is but one God, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him, and the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him."
That's right. So there's only one true power, man. Yahweh Bashemel Shai.
Yep.
So if you cooking up an idol feast for an idol god, you better off cooking up a feast for an imaginary friend, because that idol god don't exist. See what I'm saying?
Doesn't it say that in the letter of Jeremy, where it tells you in the time of affliction, these people have to pick up their idols?
Yep.
You know, because like you said, it's like an imaginary friend, man.
Pretty much.
Buddha can't. What the fuck is Buddha gonna do for you, man? You had it. What was it that over there in India or where Elam stayed? There was a flood. You got Jake picking up the Buddha and running with it, man. But in the time of our affliction, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai says how he gonna lift up a standard, man. And you can't get that from these idols, man. That's
Right.
why we know we serve the true living power, man. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Got quick pre. It's gonna be in the book of Ezekiel, the 12th chapter, verse 2. Salakia, bear with me. I'm gonna start at the top, matter of fact. And it reads, the word of the Lord also came unto me, saying, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see and see not. No, that's not the right one.
Man, Salakia.
Salakia,
What about the three holy children? What about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man?
Yep.
It says, what is that? Is that Daniel? Daniel, the 3rd chapter, it tells you how there was a 4th man in that fire, man, that delivered them out of it, man. Mm-hmm. You know, you got people that just, you know, look over that, man. That's big. You know, how they were in that furnace and they were delivered out of it, man. What fucking idol can do that? You know, so just wanted to say that, bro.
And they were thrown in there because they didn't want to serve idol gods.
That's right. They didn't want to bow the knee to the image of Nebuchadnezzar. That golden, what was that? That golden image?
Yep.
And it was spirit too, because I believe in that story where they were cast into the furnace, but they said make the furnace 7 times hotter than usual.
That's right.
And the guards that threw them in there got burnt to death.
That's
how hot the shit was.
That's
the
right.
furnace was. But they were still delivered, man. Not even the smell of smoke on them, man. That is to say this is gonna happen when this furnace burns the fuck up, man.
That's right.
This place is gonna be burned up with 200 million thermonuclear missiles and the chariots of Yahweh Yahushua. And we're not gonna, Lord, we'll put our number. We're not gonna touch that flame, man.
That's Job 5.
Right. I found that precept I was trying to get first time. This is Psalms 115, verse 4, and it reads, "Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them, so is everyone that trusteth in them." So, you know, that's just backing up the brothers, man. Those idols, man, they're not real, man. They don't have no true power, man. Right? They're not no true gods, man. Right? Having those Buddha statues, bowing down, praying to the Buddha statues, going to the what's it called? The cobblestone, that's what it's called in over there. Man, worshiping a stone, man. Right? All those idols don't have no true power, even though they may look like a being, but they can't do nothing, man. In the there was an account, man. I think Bell and the Dragon, man. Perfect account, man. Right? They was putting the offerings before the dragon, thinking that the idol was gonna eat it, man.
Yeah.
Right? But what happened? The idol wasn't eating it, and then what they did? They put the ash down, and they found out that it was actually the the priest and the family and their kids going in to eat. Man, matter of fact, you want to just get it?
You might have to get it. Jake's so simple, they'll fuck around and worship that shit. A damn ball.
Right around it has quotes from Martin Luther King, man.
See?
So that's another idol these people worship, man.
That's
Martin
right.
Luther King, man.
Hey, but
Michael Luther King.
before you get that,
Go ahead.
you said, backing up what you were saying, Psalms chapter 91, verse, I'm gonna get the point, verse 7, and it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. Going. It shall not come but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes thou shalt behold and see the reward of the wicked. You see? That's going into the destruction. We gonna see Esau, Edom's downfall, and if Lord willing we are part of that number, and we're gonna be able to witness it and be delivered from it. It said 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand. All right. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand. So you literally gonna be seeing people getting destroyed, getting stabbed, getting beaten. All right, and if you were part of that number, pursuing the Job the 5th chapter, it ain't gonna come near you, man. You're gonna be delivered from that.
That's why Job 5 says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
That's right.
And when you read the prayer of Azariah, which is one of the 3 holy children, also known as the Song of the 3 Holy Children in the Apocrypha, it tells you what happened. The angel came down and says there was a whistling wind of mist and water. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was, the reason why they didn't get burned, because it was like pretty much a vortex of water spinning around them. You see what I'm saying? At a fast rate. So that's why they didn't even smell like smoke.
Right.
Their clothes didn't even get burned. And they walked out in the midst of the fire. And that's the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Guess what? The Lord said that he's getting ready, that we're going to do greater works than he did, man. So you can only imagine what type of deliverance the Lord's getting ready to make us go through, man.
After all those instances, what happens? The king that usually makes the decree for them to serve the idol, they serve Yahweh Shema Shai.
Right.
Because they see the power. Oh, that bitch getting a car crash, man.
I got that Bell and the Dragon. I'm gonna just get to the point, cause it's pretty lengthy.
But go back to that 1 Corinthians Bible show.
After or
Yo,
now?
after.
This is Bell and the Dragon. I'm gonna start at verse 11. I'm gonna just go verse 15, and it reads, so Bel's priest said, lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat and make ready the wine and shut the door fast and seal it with thine own signet. And tomorrow, when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Bel had eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that will speak it falsely against us. And they little regarded it, for under the table they had made a privy entrance whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. So when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Bel. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Now when the night came, the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink of all. In the morning bedtime, the king arose and Daniel with him. So, you know, that's basically, you know, that account right. I just want to pull it out for edification, but that's just going to show you, man, those idols don't have no true power. They're not real because, you know, as the account show you in the scriptures, man, right? They had a secret entrance to go in with the priest had a secret entrance to go into the temple where they had the idol to eat the food that was offered up as a sacrifice with their family, man. But what happened? Daniel put the ashes down to show that there was footsteps there to prove to the king that the idol is not real, doesn't have any power. And that's the same thing with all these false idols that we have here today in Babylon, man. They're not real, man.
All right, quick free to back up that up before Salaki, before we go to 1 Corinthians 8.
Yeah, we Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, you too. You ain't here.
See, they're gonna show you the word has been gone out. The word has gone out. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
You were Israelite.
Yeah, Israelite.
How'd you hear about it?
About the cookie.
Wow.
Oh, Lord. Come on now.
He want attention.
Come on now.
See, it be them spirits. Them spirits be active. But anyways, go ahead, keep reading, brother. Get that scripture.
The letter of Jeremy, or Baruch 6, starting at verse, you know what? I'm gonna start at verse 64. Wherefore it is neither to be supposed nor said that they are gods, talking about idols, seeing that they are able neither to judge causes nor to do good unto men, knowing therefore that they are no gods, fear them not.
That's right.
For they can neither curse nor bless kings, neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heathen.
And we was talking about the sun and the moon earlier being signs in the heavens, man. So it says, fear them not. And also, we don't fear mortal men. We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And the Lord is our protection, man. All right? The spirits be active. They come around. You know, this is, it's a spiritual warfare. See what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, stay in the spirit. Stay in the spirit, man. The moment you get out the spirit, that's when the hedge is away. Stay in the spirit. But you got it.
Verse 67, neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heathen, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. The beasts are better than they, for they can get under a cover and help themselves. Going back to what the brother said earlier about how in India, Elam was carrying their idols to save them. If you're praying to a god, why are you saving your god instead of your god saving you, man? That's fucking backwards.
And even to show that those idol gods had no power, I believe it was in the Middle East, man. They was taking all those idol gods and all those shrines and all the, you know, the altars that they were making. They was throwing them down. They was burning them, throwing water on them, destroying them. I just going to show you, man, that those idols truly do not have any power, man.
It says how their feet are slow to move. They have noses, but they can't smell. They have eyes, but they can't see. They have ears, you know. But you know, y'all got a precept?
What you want? Go back to the.
Go back to that First Corinthians.
What was it? 1 Corinthians 8.
Yep.
You got it, Yadi?
Come. This is 1 Corinthians the 8th chapter, verse. I was on 3, right? Come, verse 3. But if any man, I'll start at verse 2 again. 1 Corinthians the 8th chapter, verse 2. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
That's right, and that's why you got to stay humble. You know, because you might think you really know something, but the Lord could show you a whole nother thing. Yep. But you got it. Keep going.
3. But if any man love the Most High, the same is known of him.
Yep.
As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other God but one. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many. But to us there is but one God, the Father of whom all things, and we in him, and the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, by whom all things, and we by him.
Go ahead, Mark. Keep reading.
Howbeit, there is not in every man the knowledge, for some with conscience of the idol unto his hour eateth as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled.
Right, so you got some people who are new in the faith. They don't have the true knowledge to know, like, look, these idols, they don't nothing. These idols are nothing. So pretty much these people, they're doing these feasts in vanity. They're keeping Thanksgiving in vanity. Because it goes back to idolatry, right? So there's only one power, Yahweh Bashmal Shah. That's the only true power. So for anybody to cook anything, they might say they sacrifice to an idol god, but that idol god don't exist. So as long as you're not coming in that spirit, then you're all right. If you in the faith. Go ahead, keep reading, Brother Shaw.
Verse 8, but meat commandeth us not to the Most High, for neither if we eat are we better, neither if we eat not are we the worst.
Right, so let's say you a brother, you like, I don't want to eat, it's Thanksgiving, I don't want to eat, my family doing that, I don't want to do it. You, all right, you fine, you don't got to eat. But if you do eat, you ain't going off either. Keep reading, Malak.
Come. Verse 9, but take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak.
Right, Baba Kashar, get for me Romans 15, and I think verse 2. It might be either verse 1 or 2.
I think I was looking for that just now.
All right.
I'll start at one.
Okay, Malak.
Romans 15 and 1.
Hold that. Go ahead, Ak.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities. The infirmities of the weak, and not to please ourselves. Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification.
That's right. So just because you are grounded in the faith, you're rooted in the faith, all right, you are to bear the infirmities of the weak. So if a brother who's weaker in the faith and you're more grounded than him, and y'all are hanging out, and it just so happens he's around when you're keeping your Thanksgiving, and you know that brother weaker in the faith, don't eat in front of him. Right. If you know consciously he has a problem. You could eat it on the side, you see what I'm saying, when the brother not around, but don't eat in front of him. And it's not that you're being a hypocrite, it's more so that you're trying not to put a stumbling block in front of him. That's what it is, man. That's why a lot of times you don't even see certain elders don't hang out with your brothers in certain camps, not because they don't want to be a stumbling block to the younger brother like that, because they don't want to be a stumbling block, man. But go ahead, unless you got something there.
The word says that, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. Another form of that is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
Coming out here to the highways and byways and preaching his word, man. Because everybody can't come out here, man. So that's another form of bearing the infirmities of the weak. And weak doesn't necessarily mean weak in the flesh, but just rather in the, not even in the spirit,
That's right. Hey, you got it, Malak. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 8, verse 10, for if any man see thee which has knowledge sit at meat in the idols' temples, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish, for whom Hamashiach died.
Right, so that could be a stumbling block to that brother. That brother might think, well, this brother, he claiming he in the faith, he eating Thanksgiving dinner. He gonna think that he could eat Thanksgiving dinner in that Thanksgiving spirit, and that he could celebrate his birthday. He could do Christmas, he could do Halloween and all the other stuff because he saw an older brother do it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you being that older brother, be mindful of who the brethren you're around. You got to be mindful, man. So, if you know that younger brother going to stumble, don't eat the food in front of him. See what I'm saying? Because it could probably wound his conscience.
But, through the spirit, I wanted to bring out, too, that even if something is lawful and you think it's wicked and you still do it, you're going off.
Ooh, the water. Romans 14?
Yep.
The water.
Wait, say that again, bro.
Even if something is lawful, but if you believe it's wicked and you still do it, you're going off.
Right. Precept, unless you can do that, brother.
Romans 14 and 23. And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. Right. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Water.
Right?
That's it.
If it's not of faith, it's sin. If you believe it's wicked, right? If you believe in your mind that the Lord's going to judge you for something, even though it's lawful, man.
Yeah.
If you still do it, it is sin.
Right.
You feel condemned in the spirit.
You feel
Going
condemned in
Yup,
your
yup, yup.
spirit. That's right.
I got one to back you up. This is James chapter 1, verse 13.
Romans 14 and 23.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Brethren, Salakia, do not err, my beloved brethren. See?
That's right.
So Yahweh Shema Shai can't plant no seed of sin in your mind. He can't make you do it. You're doing it, you know?
Right. That's the spirit. Slocky.
Go ahead,
That's
bro.
the spirit, because even if something is lawful and you still do it thinking it's wicked, right? What is that? That's really lust. You really want to do something wicked at the end of the day.
Right.
And lust bringing forth sin, and sin bringing forth death, man.
Right. Going back to that James 1, which really is you have to have accountability.
Yep.
There's a lot of Jake be like, oh, ain't no free will. Man's going to the Lord. And so they'll use it as an excuse for their bullshit. But it's like, yes, it's true. Man's goings is of the Lord. But where is the accountability?
Yep.
You got to have that accountability, man. Because Sirach, the 15th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, says, the Most High have not given any man license to sin. Matter of fact, somebody get that Bible Shah.
Sirach 15.
I don't know the exact verse, but I think it's around 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, in that same chapter in the book of James, that's why it says, be what? Be a doer of the word, not a hearer only.
Right.
All right, let me see.
Basically, it says
Start at
license.
11.
Okay,
Oh,
start at
You there?
Sirach 15, I'm going to start at verse 11. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away.
Right.
For thou oughtest not to do the things that he hated.
right, because a lot of Jake want to give the excuse. The Most High made me fall out. But nigga, where the accountability at?
Yep.
You got it.
Say not thou, he hath caused me to err, for he hath no need of the sinful man. The Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not.
That's right. So if you're truly in the spirit, you're gonna hate wickedness just like the Most High hates wickedness, man.
There's no license to sin. I believe that's New Testament.
Nah, that's apocryphal. That's one on that scripture.
That's not license to sin, right? If you believe in your mind, kind of true, that the Lord is making you sin, then you really were created for the sword.
The water, bro. What you telling him?
He's saying peace. He's saying coming in peace.
Coming in peace?
Hey, but we finna wrap it up. You know, we finna wrap it up. All right. So, y'all brothers got any finals? That's it.
You don't got no questions, right?
All right, Akim. So we finna wrap it up, brothers. Go ahead, take us out.
All right, then, brothers. Hey, the water, Yahweh Shema Shai for tuning in. You know, Lord willing, this camp lesson was edifying. To the next time, giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessing to the elect. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam